what I'm doing, I'm just putting, I pre-drill all these holes so that the screws can go straight through these, grab a bite of what they need to and pull it close to. The glue's doing most of the work, however I do like to get some decent sized screws in as well, because belt and braces. So I've drilled one out, offer it up, makes a nice little template so I can do the rest. It's great, lightweight and strong, but chuffing hell, to work with, steel's awesome, innit? What I will probably try and do is, Johnny's clearing a lot of my compound out over the next few weeks, so I've got more place to work. Over the next year or so, I'm probably going to do a couple more of these boxes and stuff, and just have them as a box that you can buy, put your own sub chassis onto whatever your vehicle is, drop it on and you're away. Next I'm going to do, once this is done, I'm going to do a quick trailer build, but I'm going to do it with this material, just because it's the modern way of doing it, and that's going to be, I'm going to try and pre-make everything. This might not come off. I'm going to try and pre-make everything and then do a 48-hour build. So I'll probably get half a dozen of the lads, we'll mob hand it, and just assemble the thing, put it all together. I think that'll make a good video. But as I'm doing a lot of this, what I'm going to probably try and do as well over the next year or so is learn to weld aluminium and get an aluminium welder. And I can start to fabricate a lot of the framework myself without having to pester people, you know, to get it done for me, because everyone's busy and I don't like going on at them. Doing, it's excessive. I'm doing every 10mm and then flip it over, do 10mm the other side. It's probably way more. 10mm, 10mm, 100mm, 10mm, that would be a lot. That way it's got a good grip with the screws. It also pulls all the glue nice and tight as well, and seals it nice and tight. Lots of surface area going on. One day, I will have a unit and do this professionally. One day, not hand tools out the back of a van. It's getting bloody cold. Plenty of adhesive. This is one of the costs that a lot of people don't see, is so far all I've done is put the end wall on, and already I've gone through 10 tubes. It's just shy of a tenner each, so 100 quid in glue just to put this on, and then as well as that there's also, I think it's about 150 quid in aluminium, so 250 quid just in fixing the thing on. That doesn't include the panels, the trims, or anything. So to put this end wall on, between 500 and 1,000 depending on where you're getting your stuff. It's all things to factor into these builds, and this is why some people will go over and do the steel box section and then clad that. There's so many different options to build these. It's personal preference. Some of them are really clever engineering, some of them are very, very homemade. I'm trying to go as high quality as I'm able to do with the budget that I've got. I know it's not to everybody's taste, but then again, I find the people that are picking stuff apart and criticising are also the people that just talk a game and don't actually do it. So I'd rather do it as best I can than just chat shit on the internet. Because at least I've got something to show at the end of it. That's the way I look at it. And these bottom ones that go into the aluminium, we just countersink them ever so slightly because these aren't self-drillers. Get the drill. Oh, it's cold. Work faster. So the drill bit I've got a bit of a point on the end of it, which you can feel it just pierce the aluminium, which then means when I put the screw through, it still gets a good bite of everything around it. As you can see. That's some work. Oh. And you won't see this build on my copycat channel. Yes, I have quite a few messages of other YouTubers doing the same thing that I'm doing and trying to make it sound like they're original or clever or cool or something. If you want to be the wish.com version of me, that's fine. I'm very flattered, thank you. Let's have a look inside. That's a lump. So basically, between the angle on the inside and the trim on the outside, I could actually make this thing about 10mm narrower and then just fill with expanding foam and plate from both sides, and you'd never know. However, I'd rather make it as snug as possible for the extra dicking about it takes, have it absolutely butt up, and then glue it, screw it, do it from both sides, just make it strong. You can see here is I've already cut back up to this point, but with the angle it actually makes it a bit longer, so I can see that the aluminium here is a fraction wide. So I'm going to get the grinder and just shave this back, and that's knacker to there, and it'd be the same on the other side, and then with any luck should go in. Might have to just angle this a little more. This is when the recip saw would come in, because all you got to do is just cut it on a bit of an angle. It's on my eBay watch list. I actually went to get one the other week because Toolstation, it came up as an advert for 120 quid, and I thought, do you know what, I'll go get one. Went to Toolstation, looked on the online thing, it was like 170 quid, lying bastards. So what I'm doing now, I've got it angled up. I didn't know the exact angle because my joinery skills aren't that amazing. I'll openly admit, if it's not on a bench where I can put the exact angle in, I need to eyeball it first before I do it. I'm sure I'll progress over time with it, but so what I've done, wedged it in, lifted it up, so as you can see here, this is the right length, because I've measured this the right length. The outer wall, that's the main thing. The inner wall needs taking across. So what I've done, now it's up in place, I can now put my jigsaw in, adjust it to the angle that I need, and I can run along here through the insulation, just cut the bits of wood, take it off on the other side, and then it should just go pop, that last little bit. I can get the glue in, I can secure it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some big pieces of checker plate to come from down here and across down the bottom, just giving it that nice strong sturdy finish. It's not the end of the world, because there's going to be a great big spare wheel and probably a storage box on here, but still I want it to be, do you know what I mean? See now, I've got the angle. I put a couple of test bits through, went on the inside, drew it, cut from that side at the same angle as I've cut from this side. Luckily it's quite forgiving stuff this, because it's foam in the middle with a few wooden buttresses, so all I'm doing now, I'm just cutting these to size so we can have a lift up and see what happens. As you can see, I've brought my last jigsaw blade, so I'm onto the multi-cutter now, and what I've done to make it a bit more aggressive, I've got the grinder in there with my own teeth. Lovely. Right, so offer this up, and then we can just sort out the bottom bit a little bit and see what happens. You know when you do stuff sometimes and you think, maybe there is still a bit of hope for me. Oh yes. So obviously there's still a bit of fine tuning to go, but look at that. The blind man would be pleased to see that. So what I need to do, as you can see, it's overhanging ever so slightly still. What I'm going to do, go inside, just run the multi-cutter down ever so slightly, and then we'll give that another little push. And it's right. So, what we can do from there, once that's as it should be, kick the bottom out a little bit, drop it back down again, glue it up, push it. So there we go. I'm not going to glue and screw this until there's two people here, purely because it's about where I want it, but I don't want to bugger it up for my own impatience, if that makes sense. Stay at me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave as is at the minute. As you can see, it needs a little bit more pressure just to butt that up ever so slightly, but what you don't see on a lot of trucks is, you see how that's actually the right angle. So once there's a piece of checker plate from here and round, you'll never see any of this. Professional builders and all the rest of it, one, they're doing a slightly better cut, but as well as that, they just don't show you this bit of the process, so you don't see the couple of mil here and there. But it's a pretty snug fit. When you look down there, that bit's ever so slightly loose, but we'll get a bit of glue in there, push that up tight, and then like I say, there's a huge trim going all the way around here. We'll get that pushed up, screwed up, job's a good one. So yeah. Good evening. Right, so you've seen a bit of the work on the truck, and it's time to do the other half of this, which is the giveaway. So I've got a couple of little bits and bats. I've been accumulating a couple of little things. I'm going to try and do more of this through the next year, because I get that many emails from companies and bits and pieces that as you're aware, YouTube pays absolutely bugger all, and the Patreon money goes into actually making the videos. So from there, I've got to try and give a little bit back and just try and make right of it. As well as that, it's always good to interact with some companies, because they may start off with something small that they sort you out with, but then they work on something bigger. So you can't just, you know, say up yours kind of thing straight away. As always, Olight, you've seen how many of these I've got, how many of these I've given away. They're always dead right. Whenever a sale comes on, they usually send something out, and they're back on it again now, you know. And you saw, I think it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, something like that, we had the head torch giveaway. So on top of that, that must have done all right. They've sent another one out. They've sent the Seeker 3, okay? This is one of their higher end ones, so I only got something small with this as well. Normally I like to get two, but yeah, this is a chunk, and it's an evolution as well. They've had the Seeker out for a while, and they've done the Seeker 2, the Seeker 3. This is the Seeker 3 Pro. It's in an awesome green with a nice green pouch with Molly on the back of it. So it's a lovely bit of kit. It's got quite a large battery on it, so you've got the long life if you turn it right down and use it as a normal torch. What it does on this one, the button's really intelligent. This is what sets it out from just being a flashlight to a high-end flashlight, and it's why I've had the same Olights now for years and years and years, and end up everything new I end up giving away, apart from the head torch. I managed to keep one of those. This is what makes it good, because you can then turn it up, and you can turn it up and up and up and get that intense high power long range beam, and you've got the battery capacity that it's not going to flatten instantly. So that's a nice touch. You've got the on and the off, and you've got the usual magnetic charging. As you know, and I'm sure plenty of the people that have these will be in the comments below saying how bloody good they are. And yeah, just check it out. It's not just these on sale, they've got other stuff, but this is the one thing that I really wanted to get hold of, because it's high end, and it makes one hell of a giveaway prize. I mean, these are normally, you know, a fair few quid. Have a look on the website, everything's massively reduced at the minute because of this sale, and that's the time to buy Olights when they're on sale, because they're not little sales like 20, 30, 40 odd percent. They can do some good offers when something new comes out, so check them out. As well as that, you've all seen the head torches with the red, the white and all things like that on. They'll be on the website too. I know quite a few people wanted them. As well as that, when you use the link below, it also goes against my YouTube channel as well. So everybody that goes on there and gets something, it then shows up that I'm obviously doing something right, and the more intent, you know, they're going to send more stuff out then, aren't they? Because it's worth them doing. It's a business at the end of the day. So without further ado, I've got this one as well. I've got them send a little secondary size out, and that's another one that they sent from a previous one. So what we'll do, we'll get them dished out. My phone's up there. I've started recording on my phone a little bit more now, just for ease of upload. What I'm going to do, I've already done the draw on the thing there. Got it written down here for the results, because it's an absolute ball bag, and I'm terrible with admin. So the first one out of the bag was, and I'm going to absolutely butcher this, so I'll apologise, Brad Weiss. I think you pronounce it as that. So you have won top prize, and you've got this. I'm a little bit jealous, because I actually wanted this one, and I tried to get them to send me two, but they weren't wearing it because it's a big ticket item. So congratulations, there's your little Christmas present, and I thank you for all your support. The second prize, which is one of my neck knives, these have got £55 value, so yeah, that's you've all seen those. Please don't pester me for those. It's Patreons only, and I think might only have one left. So yeah, neck knife, and that goes to Murray, I want to say Neil, but I think it's Niall, Murray Niall. There you go, you've got one of the Bug Out Vehicles neck knives, you come in that one. David Lawrence, you have the i5R. Then we've got Matthew Davis, and I haven't brought it out. You've won a Bug Out Vehicles UK beanie hat. And then we've got Robin Lawler. You've got the little Olight. So, I mean, if you're not in the draw, I know it's not super mega. It's just let you know that there's a massive sale on, and there is some really Gucci kit that's in there. For the people that have won something, congratulations. It's always nice to get something something for nothing, isn't it? So yeah, and it's just my little way of, whenever I can with these companies, if I can get a little sweetener or something like that, I'll put it in a box out of the way, or I'll do a draw or something like that, and yeah, just try and get back. I'm waffling massively now, but I hope you're having an absolutely awesome week off. Happy Yule, Christmas, whichever it is you celebrate, or if you just like having a few beers with your family, whatever you're doing. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. I do see the people that are liking and commenting. I do see the people that are sharing. So I just want to say a massive, massive thank you. It does mean a lot. So thank you. It's I do want to push it a bit more this year. I know straight after this video's out, there's probably some announcement from Boris the Clown saying that we're going into lockdown or something like that. But on the other side of that, I do have 26 videos already penciled on the board, not including build videos, not including Green Lane videos. So that's pretty much a year's worth of stuff planned in there. Let us know if you've got any ideas that you would like to see videos. If they're not on the board, I can always put them on there, or if it's something interesting, I can work into another video. Yeah, there's a lot to come. It's exciting. At the minute, it's the worst time of year for me for filming, because all I have is the weekend pretty much that I can film, because it's dark on a night, and you're very, very limited to filming. Like now, I'm sat in the back of the Land Rover with all the lights on, just because what else do you do? And if it's raining as well, although you can go out, you can do the camps, you can do bits and pieces, it's a nightmare to film in the rain. So any heavy winds, rain or darkness, which is winter, it's hard to get the footage. So if it's a bit sporadic for the next few weeks, few months, what have you, I apologise. All I can say is, with the plans that are coming together, the collaborations that are going to be done, and the projects that are going to come out of this year, I'm really looking forward to it. So if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe, leave us a comment if you wouldn't mind. It helps the figures. If you haven't ever shared this to a relevant group or something like that, that would be awesome, because it gets it out to fresh eyes, and that's the biggest thing, is fresh eyes. And I shall see you on the next video. Not quite sure which one it's going to be yet, because like I say, I've got a great big long list, and what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and film multiple videos, and have them banked. That way, once I've got them banked, they can be on Patreon a lot earlier, with no adverts on, and people get a further look ahead. Then I'm not just like desperately trying to get a video out for that week kind of thing. And I appreciate winters sucks a little bit on the Patreon, and but it will improve, it will get better. I can't see big meets being a thing this year unless we get a little window and a venue. I'll play that by ear, but I think the next meetup will be a Patreon one. I've got a place that I need to go and recce first and see what they're like with numbers, but it should be interesting, that one. And yeah, I shall see you on the next video. Thanks as always, and again, there's a handful of people that always help me out, and I'll take this opportunity now. You know who you are. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me waffle on all the time. Thank you for always coming out and moving cameras around, filming stuff, taking pictures. Thank you for generally helping out when I'm going off on one filming or what have you, and I come back and there's a bacon sandwich shoved in my face. Thank you, because it's little bits like that, you know, when you've got good mates. So yeah, and that's one thing out of all this, and it's through the channel as well. I'd probably say 99% of the people that I knock about with, I've met them through the channel. So yeah, it's great. Thank you. Have a drink. Cheers from me. Enjoy this week. I hope it's a good one for you, and I'll see you soon. Stay safe.